Welcome everyone to Lubbock, Texas, Jones AT&T Stadium, where their tortillas will be flying in celebration and in support of their beloved Texas Tech Red Raiders. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on another team from the Big 12, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He gets a block. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. So Oregon's offense will take the first swing of the game. And these guys involve everybody in the passing game, and none more prominent than this big fella.
And the quarterback knows he's going to be under duress in this game. So who do you look for? The tight end. And there aren't many better than this guy.
No, and just big bodies that you can miss a little bit high, and it really doesn't matter. But over the middle of the field, closer throws, so nice to have a security blanket with a great tight end.
Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? But if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled.
And that ball is live in the backfield. Bounced right back to them.
Woo. Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you, because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
They'll try the run. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll pitch it. At the 35, he's got room. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a first down for this offense. And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Power football with the run. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a... Got the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on his defense.
Got his man quickly. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They want to run this quarterback. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Ducks!
This defense has their hands full in this game because of what you saw right there. This quarterback is one of the fastest players in the entire country, and he runs one in. They're going to have to do a better job getting hats to him because they know they're going to see the QB run a lot today.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Texas Tech's offense will go to work for the first time. You know, David, both of these teams have a strong safety that can support the run and also disruptive in the passing game.
I mean, it's just so nice to have a guy that's so physical, like a linebacker, but also can play like a DB. These guys are really revolutionizing defenses.
They hit people, too. They are heat-seeking missiles. Nobody wants to run over the middle of the field against these guys.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Quick handoff. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
The Red Raiders will call on their punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Makes a move. He's brought down, but there's also a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about.
Holding. Receiving team.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On first down, here comes this offense. They'll leave it with him. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
They're bringing heat. And they got him for the sack.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Goes to the option. He'll toss it. Fights off a defender. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Well, I don't think the defense was expecting run on that one. They were all back in coverage expecting pass, and here's the running back who breaks through the line of scrimmage, and they just didn't rally fast enough to the football. They make the tackle short of the first down marker, but there's a good chance they're going to be staying on the field here on 4th down.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. They'll give it to the back. At the 20, he's got space. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. They're going to go right back to him on first down. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. To the ground with the back. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. The Ducks trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon! On to attempt the try.
The best running backs are the guys that can just snip out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And the Red Raiders in the hurry up.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Turns it on in midfield. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
They're getting this guy lathered up. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Slips a tackle. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw never gave his receiver a chance. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? Fires to the big fella. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. The Red Raiders will line it up on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Quickly complete. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Using the quick game. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. The aerial assault continues. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. And they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Now it's 3rd and goal. Fast motion from the offense. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unleashes it on the run. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. You get a play like that and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. And the Ducks are marching down the field. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the run. And he's running in the open. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! When that receiver got 3, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. This is hardly the start they dreamed of, down 21-3. But get a touchdown here, and you feel like you're back in it, Jesse.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
You know, one of the tricky parts with play action for a quarterback is that when you turn your back to the defense to sell the play fake, you have no idea what's going on behind you. You don't know what the coverage has become, and you don't know which D linemen have won their one-on-ones. The worst thing is you turn around after the play fake, and bam! That defender's right in your face.
And the Red Raiders want to crank the tempo. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Setting up the screen.
Man, this defense is so athletic in their front seven. They're able to fight off the blocks on that third down screen play, make the tackle. Now it's setting up fourth down.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
He really shows you his skills on that last run. And I feel like today, if you're a running back at Oregon, you are expected to be explosive. You're not going to be a guy that goes in between the tackles and gains 3 yards, and that's okay. I feel like now today, because of all the great running backs they've had here recently, if you get into the second level, you're expected to go to the house. This guy has that kind of skill.
As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Oh, it's a reverse. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on third and long. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the pitch. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. They've converted every time on fourth down. 3 for 3 so far. They'll go for 4. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And how about that? This offense now 4 for 4 in this game on fourth down conversions.
The entire field, the entire drive is 4-down territory.
This offense, man, they just believe that they're going to get it done. And that really stems from the coaching staff instilling in them that they've got confidence in their guys to go out next time.
Wilson will throw. This time on target. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first half. Before then, they can get another score. Makes the grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Oregon.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. The running back has it. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The Red Raiders will punt it away on 4th down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory, but instead he'll set the offense up with great field position. 1 more snap coming before halftime. Wilson to pass. Now adjusting. Now he's looking into the middle. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there today in Lubbock. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Jones AT&T Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Ducks will boot it away to start the second half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Looking to throw. Get it out on the screen. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Safe completion on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Got it in the middle, it's Myers. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. Out of the gun, the inside give. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. That one comes out hot down the right side.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. Listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Well, nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Looking deep. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Fires to the big fella. Tackled there by the defense.
I'll say this, man, in college football you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Open runway ahead. Touchdown Ducks! And the route is on.
Well, I think the coaching staff and fans knew that this guy was going to play a big role in this offense this year, but I don't know if anyone expected him to have this kind of season statistically, guys. That's his 20th rushing touchdown on the season.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. North Carolina has been able to call in shots offensively. As impressive a performance as I've seen from this group in some time. They're up by 30 over NC State. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. This could have the earmarks of a wasted drive if they don't come up with something on 2nd down from the 13. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. Here's the snap. Ready to cut one loose. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down. And the Red Raiders will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. On the return, it's Brown. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
He's got an open man. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
As a defense, it's so hard covering this guy. Because of his frame, you're not really going to match up, but this guy's also got some wheels. The hard part is bringing him down after the catch. This guy's like a giant giraffe. You're just lions hanging on his neck trying to drag him to the ground. Not easy to do.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
He'll pitch it. Touchdown, Oregon! And the stomping has commenced. He makes his way into the end zone for the 50th time in his career.
Man, what a mark to hit. A guy that's so good with the football in his hands. A guy that every single week you know this guy's going to touch the football. And when he gets near the end zone, Palmer, you still know he's going to get it, and he still punches it in.
He's the unstoppable force. It doesn't matter what defenses have done throughout his career. This guy finds a way to make... Run away. He's got all the tools you look for in an outstanding running back.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Lofts one deep down the right side. And he intercepts it. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
Most defenses are lucky if you have one good covering corner. Fewer are lucky if you have 2. They've got 3 DBs, 3 corners that can play at the same.
Oh, he wants it all. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down. Ready to fire from the pistol. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He'll pull it down. On the move at the 30. No fear from this freshman quarterback as he picks up the 1st down himself. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Good timing on the quick out. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They go to the ground. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He'll throw it. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Now the toss. Running toward the tape. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races.
And how about that, man? If you're a defense, that's demoralizing. You get them in a known passing situation. They slip the run in there. All you got to do now, you're playing deep for pass, but now come up, just make the tackle.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. Got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you take that shot, and you stop the clock. And it's a long shot, but you're letting teams hang around.
And I prefer to win. Like, I want to make sure that if I'm up, I'm going to run the football, but there is definitely a school of thought in nowadays where I'm putting up stats and I'm keeping the pedal to the floor.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Touchdown, Ducks! And the pummeling has started. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. Trying to pick up a 1st down. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. It's complete to the right. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game. I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
2nd and 10 after the previous play. They want to just keep throwing it. He's right on target. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense gets to the quarterback. The Red Raiders line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink that.
He lets one fly deep. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down. Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He's not afraid to go deep. He throws back across his body, and it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Here comes the offense on 1st down. He's going to pass. Quickly complete. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He's got it. And the Red Raiders are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
And the DB right with him to knock it away.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. The Red Raiders have this offense rolling. Trying to find his man on 1st down. pocket starts to collapse. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play.
And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the fourth quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
The offense will have to use its first time out of the half.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Now the toss. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. He'll toss it. And he breaks into the open. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. The huge explosive play put them right on the doorstep, and now they've got to punch it in. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on 1st down. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Trying to run it in. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. They marched 72 yards, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Here he comes with the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing.
The ball's free. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big 1st down. And the Ducks have pushed it inside the 20. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. 1st down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Gets it out quickly. Touchdown, Oregon! And the punishment has been extended. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into two.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Wants to throw on first down. He looks that one in nicely. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Back open in the middle. They get him down after he makes the catch.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But
he makes a grab. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. They still do count it for 6.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Comes out throwing on first down. He's going to fire to the left. And a penalty flag comes in as that one falls incomplete, but this is going to be a positive play for the offense and defense with pass interference coming.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
They'll throw it on first down. He'll turn it loose out to the right. Fires into a world of traffic, and it's picked off. And he will step out of bounds, but what a play to get the ball back for his offense. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to the park each and every week, and that's what we've seen from this team now recently. They've got tremendous players. They've got an outstanding coaching staff. When they put it all together and they play with great effort, this team